facility. As y'all see, we sitting out here with Mr. Charles, one of our residents that has resided with us for quite some time. And I wanted to sit down to Mr. Charles and ask Mr. Charles, how long have you lived here at Another Chance House of Refuge?
I come here August the 8th, 2023, so that makes me being here about 1 year and 2 months. I was being released from incarceration and come straight here.
So you were released from incarceration. You came directly here.
Come directly.
So since you've been here almost a year or so, a little bit more than a year, how have you grown to feel about this place called Another Chance and its facilities and its facilitators and the people that you lived amongst and acquired to know? How have you feeling about these?
Well, Another Chance Refuge, I brought a lot into my life. Shakita, I always be grateful for her. She had another girl here by the name of Armani, a young lady. I had some physical illness, and they showed me that they go beyond just living here, but the empathy that they show you, the compassion that they show you. And if I talk to other guys in training, sometimes a lot of them live in this house. I listen to them talk, and I always tell them, there's nothing like that where I live. And actually, it wasn't. No drugs, no disturbance. Everything just mostly ran itself.
I thank you, Mr. Charles. In the time I've known you, you have been an inspiration to the young men as well as the elder gentlemen in this house. You know, as a member of this faculty, people, you know, they don't understand the sincerity and sobriety of what we do here. As you know, he stated clearly that he got out of incarceration and came here. He also stated that he had issues while he was here with his health, but we went above and beyond, and now we consider this man as a family member. I personally, myself, consider him as a family member because every time I came in to work, he always had a good word or inspiration for me. He always inspired me and told me that what we were doing was not in vain or was not at the fault, that we had to stay focused. And I appreciate Mr. Charles for what he's done. This is a live. This is not no script. As you can see, we sitting out at the garden. Some of the residents have they traveled through and went back in. I just, you know, it just was brought to my attention today from an elder gentleman. He said that we needed to show what we really do. That people don't understand what Another Chance really do.
It offers a lot. The program, I mean, if you're willing to take it, and I'm not saying that I've taken everything, but the good that I've heard in it, whenever I go to those meetings, I do more listening than I do talking. And I see something that's going to be beneficial to me, because I know that every man flies in direction, background, where it comes from. We're different. And my aspirations may not be yours, you know, so things is more so looking up for me now, and I'm in a transition period, and I'm looking to move on to my own place.
I just want to thank you, Mr. Charles, you know, for your time. Again, we just wanted the people to know that we're dealing with real humans. You know, we're dealing with real lives, people that we're trying to impact to make a difference, you know. And this is one of the individuals that we had the blessing to have coming to this humble abode and brighten up this community, as well as teach some of these young men. I could bring another young man on camera right now, and he'll tell you how Mr. Charles was presently always uplifting and inspiring and for the betterment of the people. And this is the purpose of Another Chance, because as you heard him say, he got out of incarceration, out of the penitentiary. How long did you do in prison, Mr. Charles? 43 years into, and then in the penitentiary for 43 years, and then came out into the community and been out here productively amongst the people for a whole year and some change, happy, sitting well at Another Chance House of Refuge. So if we could do one man, I have a dream that we could do thousands. And so we need the assistance of the people to see that you cannot write people off. 43 years, and he came out here and he was successfully being abundant in the community, being an inspiration not only to the young men in this house, because I don't reside in this house, I work here. But he was an inspiration and inspired me to be a better me. And I thank you, Mr. Charles. We love you dearly, always and forevermore. Shall do. And I appreciate you. Is there anything else you have to say, Mr. Charles, about anything? Do you have anything else to say?
No more than I want you to know that I appreciate you too, Nick. We learn from each other. And be sure to tell Shakita and the rest of the staff that I said that things is going well, things is going, and I appreciate their consideration.
Well, Mr. Charles, from you to me, I'm telling you, we love you, brother. You are ingrained in this program forever. I consider you a successful byproduct.
Okay.
We love you, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, let me get out of this.